Question number 6. Two particles A and B are projected vertically upward from the same at the same instant. So this is suppose ground level. This is A and this is B. But A is projected with velocity 5 and B is projected with velocity 8. So its velocity is greater than that. So it will move fast because both are moving under gravity. Now the difference in heights of A and B when A is at maximum height. So first part for A. Now for A when maximum height means when V is 0 and U is 5, upward motion A is -10. From here you can find the distance also and time, but in this in heights we need the difference in heights, so you can find the distance. So applying the equation of motion, 2s is equal to v square minus u square. Putting the values, you will find s. You use calculator and find s. It will be 1.25 meter. We will need it. This is not the answer. Now for second part, we have to find the distance of this second particle. For that we need time. V is equal to u plus at. So V is 0, u is 5 minus 10t. So from here the value of t will be 0.5 second. So this first particle reaches at its highest point when t is 0.5 second, and this distance we have found is 1.25 meter, this total distance. Now we find the distance of second particle. For second particle, now data is u is equal to what? 10 time. We will see that how much distance it will cover in this time. Acceleration is -10. So again now we are applying the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. This formula suits here. Putting the values from here, you will get the s distance to be equal to 2.75. This will be 2.75. So required distance will be equal to this 2.75 minus 1.25. From here you will get the answer 1.5 meters. So this is the answer to first part. Now read the second part. Height of A above the ground. B is 0.9 meter above A. Now B is, I have separate diagram, make separate diagram for this part. Suppose this is A and this is B. So this distance is 0.9 meter. And from the ground, from where they were projected, this is that position. So say this distance is S. Then for second particle, including this distance, this will also be S. So we use this now information. Now first particle. Now we have distance is equal to S. Again we have U is equal to same, A is equal to -10. Now the depth in this question here is that the time will be same. So time for first particle to reach from this to this point will be same as the time for second particle to reach from this B point to this point. This is because the second particle is projected with greater velocity or speed. So now we have S is equal to, so we can write that as time is same, time say it is t seconds. Applying the formula, S is equal to ut plus half at square. Putting the values, S is unknown, t is unknown, So it is 5t minus 5t square. This is your first equation. Now similarly for second particle, we have initial velocity. First t, okay, this is 8. Now what is distance for second particle? According to the given statement, it will be s plus 0.9. So again applying the equation of motion, s is equal to ut half a t square, but now s is s plus 0.9. This is 8t minus 5t square. Now putting the value of this s, this value of s into this equation, should write it, putting here this values, this is 5t minus 5t square plus 0.9, this is equal to 8t minus 5t square. These steps are of course very important. Cancels out, to simplify, from here you will get value of t to be 0.3 seconds. So we have found the time 0.3 seconds. This is the time at which the second particle will be 0.9 meter higher than the first particle. Now height of A means, now very simple, height of A means you have to find s, put the same value in this equation. Height of A is s, so put the values, you will get 5 into 0.3 minus 5 into 0.3 square. You simplify it, you will get the answer 1.05 meter. Thank you. Question number 7. Again we have two particles P and Q. See this equation. It's projected with 17 velocity, it's projected with 7 velocity, but Q is projected after some time t. Capital T is the waiting time. We started observing these particles when time is 0 and we projected it. But we waited for some time, and after some time, this is capital T, we projected the particle Q. Now you are given the information that they reach the ground at the same level. They are not projected at the same time, but they reach the ground after reaching IS point, coming back with the same time. This is a very important point. Now see that for P particle, we have V is equal to U plus 80. So V is 0, U is 17, A is minus 10. As you know, this is 1.7 seconds. So P takes 1.7 second to reach its highest point. This is the highest point for P, which is V is equal to 0. So total time for P for the whole journey will be 2 into 1.7. So this will be 3.4 seconds. This is 3.4 seconds. Similarly for Q, using the same equation of motion, V is equal to U plus 80. So from here you will get 7 minus 10t. So this time will be 0.7. So total time for Q, total time for the whole journey will be 2 into 0.7. This is equal to 1.4 seconds. Now we have to think. It means that P reaches after this time, 3.4 seconds. But this is the time for Q for the complete journey. But P reaches after 3.4 seconds, but it's given that they reach the same time. So it means that the difference of these times will be the time capital T, because we have to wait for that time. So if you subtract this 3.4, so we'll get 2 seconds. So this is the answer to first part. It means that we have waited for 2 seconds. So come to the second part. In the second part, at a certain instant when both P and Q are in motion, P is 5 meters higher than Q. Now P is 5 meters higher than Q. Suppose I make a separate diagram. Suppose this is the position of P and say this is the position of Q. And this distance is 5 meters. And I say this distance S. Suppose this is also S. So as in previous questions, for this second part, Firstly, we will find the time because we need magnitude and direction of velocities again. Now, for p, the distance will be, the distance of p will be not s, it is s plus phi. So using the equation of motion ut plus of at square against upward motion, distance is s plus phi, initial velocity is 17t, we don't know, this is 5t square. So say this is equation number 1. Similarly for q, we have same equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus of at square, putting the values. For q the distance is s, so it is 7t minus 5t square. This is equation number 2. If you solve, put in the values, solving 1 and 2, you will get the value of t to be, you do this step yourself, you will get the value of t, it will be equal to 2.9 seconds. I am saving your time. So this is the time when p will be 5 meters above than the q, and but you are asked to find the velocity. So for p, applying the formula v is equal to u plus at, v we have to find, and u is 17 and this is minus 10 and into 2.9, so this is minus 12. So it means that it will be moving downward. So you can write magnitude is equal to 12, or direction downward, Similarly for q, v is equal to u plus at, v is equal to 7 minus 10 into t again 2. Now see that for q, very important point, for q the time will be 2.9 minus 2 seconds, because we projected q after capital T's time, which we have found to be 2 seconds in previous parts. So this is very important point. So for q you will have 0.9 second time, note it. So v is equal to, this is minus 2. So for q magnitude is, for q magnitude is 2 and direction is downward. So both will be moving downward. Okay, question number 8. Again we have two particle motion. So this is the first part, very simple situation. Now for p, we have v is equal to u plus at, put in the values, v is 0, we are given initial velocity 12, acceleration again minus 10t. From here you will get the time 1.2 second for p. So p takes 1.2 second to reach highest point. Similarly for q, again using v is equal to u plus at, velocity highest point is 0 and initial velocity is 7 minus 10t. From here you will get the time 0.7 seconds. So it means that this is the particle p, it reaches the highest point when time is 1.2 seconds, and this is q. Both are projected at the same time. It reaches its highest point in time t is equal to 0.7 seconds. So it means that what will happen after it? It will come back. So at this time, but p will be somewhere over here, because it reaches maximum point at 1.2 seconds. So after 0.7, this will be coming down and it will be going up, and it means that read the question, that set of values of t for which the particles are traveling in opposite directions. So after 0.7 second it will be moving downward, it will be moving upward. So your time is from 0.7 to this 1.2 second. So for this time they will be moving in the opposite direction. Then we have second part. Now in the second part, at a certain instant, you are given very important relationship between the heights or the distances of, this is the distance of t, 3 times this is equal to 8 times hq, distance of q. Now, so for t, applying the formula s is equal to ut minus half t square, you will get this. And for q, applying the formula, again applying the same formula, s is equal to ut, which is 7t minus 5t square. Now putting these values, this is basically distance or height of p, this is distance of q. Now putting these values into this equation. So we have 3 times into ht, means height of p, which is 12t and minus 5t square, minus 5, this is equal to 8 times, this is equal to 8 times the distance of q. The distance of q is 7t minus 5t square. Now I am saving your time. If you simplify these two equations, you will get a quadratic equation, but two-term quadratic equation, 25t square minus 20t is equal to 0. You can easily factorize it, or you can factorize t. This is 5t is common. This is 5t minus 4 equal to 0. If you solve, one value of t of course is 0, and the second value will be this. So t is equal to 4 over 5. T is equal to 0.8 second. So we have found time, which is not required or asked, but we need it to find the velocities of p and q at this instant. Now for q, firstly for p, v is equal to u plus at. Velocity v, we need it. Initial velocity we know is 12, acceleration is 10, and time is 0.8. So v is equal to 4. So this is the magnitude, and here we have plus sign, means it is moving upward. We have taken upward direction of velocity as positive. And similarly for q, you use v is equal to u plus at. Putting the values, you will get v is equal to 7 minus 10 into 0.8. From here you will get it is minus 3, or minus 1. So magnitude is 1, and it is moving downward. Question number 9. Again we are dealing with two particles. Read the question, very simple situation. Now in this question, the important point is that q is projected 0.4 seconds later than p. Previously we did a question in which the time was same but heights were different. In this question, heights are same and time is different for the second part. Okay, first part, in the first part, for the particle p, applying the equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Now the distance is given 15, initial velocity is given to be 20, and this is 20t minus, it will be half into minus 10t square. So you will have 15 equal to 20t minus 5t square. Now simplifying it, you will get 3-term quadratic equation, t square minus 4t plus 3 is equal to 0. If you solve it, it's minus 3 into minus 1, you will get 1 and 3. And now again please see this situation, that we projected p from, suppose, this level, and this is, suppose this height is 15 meter. Now we get two values of time. Understand, one time is 1 second when it is going up, then it goes up to some height more, and then it comes back again to the same height. So from this point up to highest and then back, this time will be 3 seconds. So it means that 3 minus 1 is 2 seconds. So our time is 2 seconds. This is the answer to this part. For 2 seconds, it is higher than 15 meter. Means it takes 1 second to reach highest point, where its velocity will become 0, and it will take same time to reach the same position 1 second. So 1 plus 1, 2 seconds, it will remain from the height 15 meter above. See the second part. In the second part, for the particle P, applying the equation of motion, you know now the data is what? S is equal to ut plus half at square. So for P, now the distance is same, so it covers S distance. Initial velocity for P is t, it will be minus 5t square. So we have one equation. Now similarly for Q, very important point, keep in mind that P is projected 0.4 second later. So for Q, time is, this is very important point, that for P it's 4.4 second. You can say that for Q are wasted. We projected Q after 0.4 second. So they will have to reach the same velocities of P and Q when they are at the same height. So when they reach the same height, it means that height is same but time will be different, because Q is projected 0.4 second later and they have different velocities. So S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Be careful here, velocity of Q is 25. It's 25t minus 0.4. So time is not t now. And this is equal to plus half a into t minus 0.4 whole square. Now you simplify as possible as you can. 25 into t minus 0.4 minus 5 into t minus 0.4 whole square. Now if you can simplify further, and you can also leave it here. Now this is equation number 2. Now they are at the same height. In the question is given that they are at the same height after time t. For P the time is t. Here time is 0 for P, but here the time is 0.4 when it is projected. So but it is projected with greater velocity 25, so it will move fast. So at the time t they will be at the same height, but t is projected 0.4 second later. So if for example if take 3 seconds, then it means that Q has the time 2.6 second. So it will reach from here to here in 2.6 second if P, for example, if P reaches 3 seconds. So for P it is 3 seconds, for Q it is 2.6 seconds. So but the distance is same. This is as distance is same. So equating these two distances, 20t minus 5t square, and this is 25 into t minus 0.4 minus 5 into t minus 0.4 whole square. This is simple algebra. You expand it and you simplify it. From here we will get the answer t is equal to 1.2 seconds. So it means that the time is 1.2 seconds for P, and for Q if we subtract 0.4 from here we get 0.8 seconds. So for Q the same distance, they will be at the same distance in 1.2 seconds, but because it is projected 0.4 second later, so for Q this time will be 1.2 minus 4, which is 0.8 seconds. Therefore for P we are asked to find velocities again. For P again v is equal to u plus at. So we need v, this is initial velocity is 20, time is 1.2, a is 10 into 1.2. If you simplify this, you will get the answer for this is 8. You are asked to find velocities. It means we have to tell the direction. So positive means it will be moving upward. Similarly, now for Q, V is equal to U plus 80. Same formula. So V is equal to U is 25 minus 10. Again here this is very important point, that your time will be 1.2 minus 0.4. So which is 0.8. So from here you will get V is equal to 17. So it is also moving upward. So the speed is 17 meter per second, direction is up. Question number 10. Last question. There is similarity between this and previous question, that again we have two particle motion. Q is projected 1 second later. Now first part, read the question. The first part, again initial velocities are given for time taken for P to return to the ground. So first part is related to P. For P we have V is equal to U plus 80. So when we take highest, at the highest point V is 0 and initial velocity of P is 12, acceleration is minus 10 into T. So this is T is equal to 1.2 seconds. So total time will be, total time is equal to 2 into 1.2, and this is 2.4 seconds. 2.4 seconds. So it means that the particle P, if it is projected from here, the particle P will take 1.2 seconds in going up and 1.2 seconds in coming back. So total time for this 2.4 seconds. This is answer to first part. Then we have second part, very interesting situation and very simple situation. Now for Q, first we find the time taken by Q to reach the highest point. So for Q, V is equal to U plus 80, applying this. V is 0, initial velocity of U is 10 minus 10t. So from here you get t is equal to 1 second. Now situation is before us. T takes 1.2 seconds. See the diagram once again. This is the particle P and Q is projected from here. So Q is projected from 5 meters. And this is the situation. Now this is Q. See that Q reaches highest point in 1 second. But Q is projected, P is projected when T is 0. From here T is, we started the reading of T or calculating T from T is 0 when P is projected. It is projected after 1 second. So when Q is projected, 1 second is gone. P got 1 second to move up for, as compared to Q. So after 1 second it is projected. So when it is projected after 1 second, it means that P will have covered some distance in 1 second. So in 1 second it will have covered some distance. It will be at some height. So after 1 second it is moving up and it is also moving up. So after 1 second it is moving, because it takes 1 second. It takes 1 second to reach the highest point. Say this is the highest point for Q. Here the time will be up. Total time will be 2 seconds. But see that the particle P needs 1.2 seconds to reach the highest point. It means that after 1.2 seconds, suppose this is the point where P has reached. So it will be after 1.2 seconds. Here the time is now 1.2 seconds. When the time is 1.2 seconds, P is at highest point. So it will come down. But 1.2 means that for Q the time is only 0.2 seconds. So after 1.2 seconds, P will be moving now down and Q will be moving up. For Q only 0.2 seconds are gone. Now Q needs 0.8 seconds to reach the highest point. So say this is the point when time is 0.2 seconds. So when the time is 2 seconds, Q will be at highest point, and after 0.8 time, the time for P will be 1.2 plus 0.8. It will be 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, what is happening? P is moving down after 2 seconds. This is after 2 seconds. P is moving down, and after 2 seconds, Q will be at highest point. So after 2 seconds, then it will take turn and will come back. So after 2 seconds, Q will be moving down and P will also be moving down. But from 2 to what time they will be moving down? Because for this particle P, 2 seconds, if 2 seconds gone, then for Q it needs 2.4 seconds. For P needs 2.4 seconds to reach here. So after T is equal to 2.4 seconds, P will be here. So it is less than 2.4. So for this time, they will be both moving in the downward direction. And the question was that find a set of values of T for which the two particles are moving in the same direction. Thank you guys. This is the end of this chapter, motion under gravity, and I have solved all types of questions involving all types of situations. You watch this video and inshallah you will be able to solve all types of questions of past paper.